Hey guys, Josh here again. We're back in the garage today working on the 2021 MT-09. One of my problems recently has been power, right? So traveling around, riding with the guys, going on longer rides, and the cameras die, right? The 360 dies, it only gets about an hour and a half worth of battery life. GoPro gets like 2.5 hours. Plus I'm thinking about, finally getting a phone mount and having GPS and stuff available so if I go on a longer ride, things like that. So I went out and bought a couple different USB outlets. Or power outlets for the MT-09. I bought the one direct from Yamaha, and I got one on the Amazon that looks like the one that comes from Canada from the factory. So I bought both of them because I wanted to see if I wanted to get one that had integrated USB ports or if I wanted one that was just a 12-volt socket. So we're going to look at both of those on the bench here. I'll open them up, give you guys a look at both of them, tell you why I'm going to choose one over the other for the install. And then we'll actually do the install on the 2021 MT-09 and figure out where it's going to get placed. Honestly, guys, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I've seen the factory location and things like that, but we'll figure out a spot that's convenient for me and get that installed. So let's head over to the bench and open up these two products. All right, guys, we're back at the bench here, and I got the one that I ordered on Amazon here. I did cut the tape, but I haven't actually pulled that out of the box yet. And I got the original Yamaha one. So I'm going to start with the original Yamaha one and give you guys a look at what you get if you go on to the Yamaha Motors site and punch in the accessories and go direct to Yamaha. This is what you're going to get. So, you get the outlet with some wires and stuff, and here it is. It's just a 12-volt socket, right? So you got to get yourself a USB charger and plug it into there and do that. Now, it's versatile, right? Because it's just 12-volt, and you do whatever you want with it. But it doesn't have any USB built or anything, so that's an extra piece. You got to plug something in there. So obviously, while it's plugged in, you can't put the cover on it and things like that. And then you have to pull it out to put the cover in. And then here's the parts and stuff. So let's see what they give us in here. All right, looks like an instruction sheet. And let's see what else is in here. There's looks like an Allen bolt and some brackets, must be for mounting it. A couple zip ties. And here's looks like the mounting plate, which just feels like it's metal, so that's a good sturdy mounting plate. So that this socket would screw into that mounting plate to go on wherever you're going to mount it on the bike. So we'll probably go through and figure out, if I use this one, figure out where that mounting plate goes first. But I did open this previously, guys, and one thing I noticed is that the factory Yamaha one, if you can see that on the instructions here, maybe if I turn that, you can see it. So it tells you, the factory one here tells you that you're going to run it right straight back to the battery. So I wasn't really keen on that because now it's basically on battery power. So if I left something plugged into that USB and forgot, it's just going to drain and kill my battery. So I really wouldn't want to do that. And a lot of the stuff I saw online on YouTube and stuff like that showed it plugging into an accessory outlet right under the dash. So I don't think I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to keep it because if I ever start doing a little more traveling or whatever and need a longer place to put one, or if I buy a different bike, I can always install it on there. So that's the Yamaha one, guys. So we're going to just throw all the bits for Yamaha here and get this aside here for a minute. Just throw that aside. And now here's the Amazon one, guys. And I'll link both of these in the description, but here's the Amazon one that I ordered, guys. So we're going to pull this out here. Alright, so it looks like we got an instruction book here. Let's open that up. Let's see what it's saying here. So my goal is I'm hoping that this one will plug directly into the access point here. So let's see what it says here. Let's pop this one open. Try not to tear the instructions apart. Alright, so it looks like a very similar set of instructions, except this one shows it using an accessory outlet to plug in. So with any luck, this plug on the end of it here is the right one to match with the bike here, and we'll be good to plug it in under the windshield there. So let's get the parts out of the bag here and see what we got with this one here. Looks like a pretty similar kit here. So alright, so we got a couple snap ties. We got a bracket here, but this one's plastic, so I may steal the metal one from the Yamaha side because this is a plastic bracket. We got one longer bolt there, and then we have our outlet. Looks like it's got a factory Yamaha plug on it, so we might be alright there. And sure enough, two USB ports inside of here, which is going to be going to be handy to have those right in there, because then I can just plug directly in there and go back to the thing without having to bring an extra accessory with me. And that cover does look like it's pretty heavy, so I feel good about the rain and things like that not affecting it. So I think we're going to go with this one, guys. It'll be a lot easier install because I just got to take the windshield off and get underneath that headlight there. And I think that we're gonna steal the metal Yamaha bracket and see if it's the same size here. And actually, let's do that now. If we take the Yamaha bracket here and match it up, sure enough, guys, look, the plastic bracket, the metal bracket, I mean, they're identical. So we're going to use the metal bracket because it obviously will be a little more sturdy. And then I think we're going to go with, I think there's a spot underneath the display that I can unbolt and then put this little bit longer bolt in and mount it right alongside the TFT display there. So I think, yeah, we're going to go with this one because it looks like it'll be a simpler install. Hopefully that's the right outlet there, and then we'll plug a cable in and see if it charges the phone or not. So we're going to get back over to the bike, get that opened up, and start doing that. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're back at the bike down at the front of the bike here, and I've been all over the internet checking things out, and my understanding is there's supposed to be an accessory outlet right underneath here, and everybody has the same instructions. You take out these 4 bolts here. Well, if you don't have a windshield, it'll be the 4 silver bolts that are here, and there's 2 under here that have to come on. This whole headlight assembly should pull aside, and we should be able to access that. Accessory plug. So these are 5 mil on top, and it's 4 mil on the bottom here. So I got a chair behind me that's got the tools on it. So I'm going to grab and take the windshield off first because we don't want to mess it up anymore. It's already getting messed up from the bugs and stuff. And then we'll get those bottom bolts out. And guys, the Yamaha factory windshield, I'm sure with others too, there's all types of spacers and parts and stuff, so I'm going to be very careful to not, I'm sure I'm going to drop some of them, but I'm going to try to be careful and not lose any of them or drop any of them so that we can get this windshield put back on nice like it is now. So I think once we have the windshield off too, guys, before we pull the whole headlight assembly down, we may do a little bit of a test fit here too to see you know, where we go here. And like I said, guys, little washers and spacers all over up here, so I just want to make sure I don't lose any of those when we go to put the bike back together. All right, let's see if we can find these 4 mil ones under here. Here's one. Here's 2. Alright guys, if everything goes as planned now, this should come, yeah, that's going to lift right off. So before we do that though, guys, one of the mounting points is like here or here for that for the USB. So I'm going to grab it and look at it from the other side and see what it looks like, because with the windshield and stuff here, it might look nice just tucked in right there or on this side. So I'm going to take a look to see if I'm going to put it in one of those 2 spots. So let me grab that accessory out and let's see what it looks like. Alright guys, here I am with the outlet here, because I think I can probably get it to go like right here or right here behind the windshield, and then just take the wire that way. And that might be a pretty good spot for it because it'll be out of the way, hidden, and you won't really see it or anything behind the windshield. But I think my problem is though, is I don't know if this is going to be in the way of the windshield. So before I bolt it in there and stuff like that, I think I'm going to try to put it up here and just temporarily, like, put it just loose, and then grab the windshield and see if I can, if that works out or not. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so now guys, I'm just going to tuck the wire out of the way. I'm going to grab my windshield and set it back up there just to see if it's going to hit that at all or if it's going to be in the way at all. So we got the brackets here that for the to the windshield. Yeah, see guys, there's no way that that's going to go there and fit well at all, because it is going to hit pretty significantly on the windshield. So we're going to have to go with an alternate mounting position, which I think is on the triple tree there at the top, but we'll play with it a little more. We'll figure out the final spot for that. It's all part of it, right guys? Test fitting and figuring it out. So guys, the factory Yamaha stuff had it, looks like it has it mounting right up here on top of the clamp here. So I'm going to grab the bolts that came with that and see if that works out or not as a mounting option to have it on top like this, where it's accessible. Okay guys, you can see here that this is the factory triple tree bolt, and this is the one that came with the Yamaha kit. You can see how much longer it is to account for this spacer and for that mounting point. So let's see what it looks like when we do that. Alright guys, I think that's going to be the winner right there, is having it mounted up on the triple tree like that with that extra piece. I'll probably, if that bothers me, maybe I'll paint that black, but I don't think it's going to bother me all that much that it's colored like that. But I'll give you a sight from the other side here. So you can see here now when you're sitting on the cockpit of the motorcycle here, sitting on the seat, you're going to see the the USB plug right there. It doesn't obstruct the view of this display at all or anything like that. And I get a couple of really short cables to get to my Insta360, which is usually mounted over here. And if I put a rock form or something here, I'll get another short cable to go to the phone. So looks like that'll be a good spot for it. So a little bit of combination of both kits here, but I'm sure if you bought the Amazon kit that has the USB built in and you wanted to just you go to the hardware store and probably find a longer bolt that'll fit like that. So but that looks like it's going to be the winner. Alright guys, so now we're back over here now. We got the plug mounted where we think it's going to sit. I'm not going to tighten this collar yet because that'll leave it loose so I can rotate it and get in the right position. But we're going to get this headlight, we're going to pop this off now, and we're going to get in there to find that accessory plug. So from what I understand, just pull, there you go, you pull it right out. I'm just going to let it sit to the side here easy. And it looks like here it is right here, guys. This is my understanding is this one's for the heated grips, guys. I mean, I live in Florida. I'm never putting heated grips on this motorcycle. But I understand this is the accessory one here that they leave plugged here for you. So we gotta just push this little tab in here and unplug it. Of course, my fat fingers, I don't know if it's gonna be the easiest thing in the world. There we go. And with any luck, this wire right here will line up perfectly and plug right into this. So let's see here. So, yep, sure enough, I mean, plugged right in, guys. So I'm going to grab a couple black zip ties and really, neaten this up a little bit and see where I can get this wire to come into this form here. Actually, can I? Yeah, so we're going to see just where there's an opening here. If I put this back real quick here, where can I can bring this right down in here like this. So we're going to get the extra in here, and we're going to get it wrapped up nice and neat. And I'm going to put some, I'll get a zip tie for the top part there. And we'll get this put all back together here. So let me grab a couple zip ties and go from there. And since they gave us a couple, we're going to use the ones they gave us here. So let's see here. First, let's see about which way this is rotated. We're gonna get that pretty flat, and then we're gonna, yeah, that'll be fine while we're using it. Alright, so I'm just tightening that collar, guys, that holds it to the bracket. Alright, so that's there. I think we're gonna put one maybe right here to hold it to the brake line right there. Or actually to this wiring group here, maybe be better. So let's just get one around there. Of course, let me put the other ones down here. Sitting there juggling all those in my hand, it's pretty stupid. So, of course, that one doesn't, it's a broken zip tie. So, let's try again. Here, so let's try this again. Yeah, that one sounds better. Alright, so just zip that together. Right. And then I think I'm just going to tuck those like that. Yeah, they're going to stay just fine if I just tuck them. So it looks like one zip tie, guys, to get this done. And then let's bring the headlight assembly back up and push it back into its pins here. See if we're going to pinch anything. Doesn't look like it's going to pinch anything there. Alright, guys, that's going to be it. Look, pretty neat, pretty easy. We're just going to clip the extra off of this zip tie here. Keep that neat. That's cranked nice and tight. So that's going to be it, guys. But before we bolt all this on, I'm just going to go turn the bike on and plug a charger cable into this, plug my phone in, and make sure it actually works here. So stand by, guys. Alright, guys, so I got a cable here that I have. It's way too long, but we're going to plug it into one of the USB ports here. And we're going to plug my phone in here real quick and see. It shouldn't charge yet. Yeah, see, so no charging yet. But now we're going to just give our accessory kick on here. And let's see. Yeah, sure enough, guys, you can see on my phone there, we got the little lightning bolt there. So we're charging. So this works just fine, looks like. You know, let's see if the other one does. Yep, we're charging, guys, so we're good. We're in good shape. We got it charging the way it's supposed to be charging. So the cost, I mean, it was only $27, where the factory Yamaha one was like 50 bucks. But it works and looks pretty neat where it is. It's out of the way, not not obstructing anything. Like I said, I could still put my Insta360 on this side. If I get a rock form or something for my phone, I could put it here or here. Plenty of room to have the phone here maybe, and have the Insta360 on this side, so I got my GPS and I can still see my display. So yeah, guys, pretty simple install. Looks good. Alright, guys, we're just going to button this back up and put all this back together. So I'm starting with the lower bolts so I don't forget them. Get those put in, hopefully here, lined up and put in here. Not quite sure where the hole is on those. Oh, there you go. Looks like I got it now. Alright, so we got these two shorter spacers that go here. Alright, we got these two longer ones that go here, so I don't think I can let them just sit there, so we're going to have to kind of line them up, and yep, that's what I figure is going to happen. Alright, guys, like I said, the one thing about this Yamaha windshield, a lot of these windshields, is just trying to, little spacers and everything aren't always the easiest to line up and get in there, but you just gotta play with it until you get it where you want it, and then it's usually pretty simple. You just grab your Allen key and drive them in there. So we're gonna, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Get these tightened up, and I think we'll be in good shape. Don't mind the sweat, guys. It's South Florida in the summertime, so I'm definitely sweating here today, dripping a little. that one started. That's the other thing, guys, and most of you guys know this already, but you know, it does help when you're putting parts back together is to, you know, get everything, especially when you got multiple bolts like this, get everything started first. And then once everything is started and in place, then you go around and, you know, lock down on everything pretty good. So, but yeah, I mean, because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room while you're trying to get the other bolts started. So, but yeah, guys, overall, pretty happy with this. So, nice, easy install. Didn't have to go trying to get back to the battery or anything like that. So, you know what I mean? No accounting for longevity yet, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so that's the install on the USB outlet for the 2021 MT-09 SP, at least my model. And, you know, like I said, guys, there'll be links in the description below and tell you all about how, you know, where I got it from and everything like that. Like I said, that one was from Amazon, the other one was from factory Yamaha. Listen, the factory Yamaha piece is nice, don't get me wrong. I used some parts from it. I used the bolt and the metal bracket and stuff like that from it. But, you know, just the idea of it being connected to the battery and that if I accidentally left a charger or something like that into it, it's going to kill my battery, I wasn't really keen on. I like this one here because that's an accessory outlet underneath the windshield there and underneath the headlight. And it's a, you know, it goes on and off with the key. So no matter what you leave plugged into it, you shut it off, it's off. So, again, guys, you know, I think it came out pretty good. Nice, neat installation. Till the next one, guys, stay safe.